So finally I had a few days to listen to this and give it some time to soak in a little bit. So I'm going to start with number 12, my least favorite. And that would have to go to Sleepwalk My Life Away, or Sleepwalking My Life Away. This track is, to me, it just has the least identity of any other song on the album. It just doesn't have its own, it just doesn't have anything that pulls you in like some of the other songs do. It's not a bad song on its own, but considering everything that's around it, it's really one of my least favorite. Next, I'll probably have to do, is it You Must Burn? Go through my track listing here, yeah, You Must Burn. I know a lot of people seem to like this track a lot, and I don't dislike this track, but I just kind of, for some odd reason, this one kind of makes me not want to listen to it as much as some of the other ones. Maybe it's the track placement that bugs me the most. I don't know, because you got Sleepwalk My Life Away and then this track. And while Sleepwalking My Life Away already kind of made me a little bored and like tired, I get to this song and it's another one that's kind of on the slow side. And it's good. I like some of the Black Sabbath vibes in it, but I still kind of think that, I don't know, I kind of get a little bored with it as a Metallica song. But that's just me. So that's 11. Okay, this is 10. Inamorata. Okay, now, I really wanted to put the song higher. I do like it. I love the real heavy, like Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath type of sound to it. But that's the problem. There is kind of everybody was talking about this rip-off of Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath in it, and it's there. I heard it. And that's kind of my biggest problem. When I hear like somebody take a song idea or a riff that's already been done, like it just kind of, it really loses points for me because, well, I don't know. I want to hear a Metallica idea, not a Black Sabbath idea that's already been done. I mean, I don't even want to hear a Metallica idea that's already been done, but but when it's another band's on top of that, like that's just kind of like, I don't know. Next, be number 9. If Darkness Had a Sun, I think what I'd put for number 9. I like the song, and again, like here's the thing with this album. It's not that I dislike any of these tracks that are my least favorite. There's really no tracks that I dislike, but some songs just don't have as much power or persuasion to them to make me like really want to listen to it over and over and over. There's other songs on the album I'm more excited to listen to. If Darkness Had a Sun's not bad. It's just another one of those slower to mid-paced type songs that just kind of get lost in the shuffle just a little bit, even though it is good. So now we on number 8. Let me go through. What did I have for number 8? I think Shadows Follow would probably be number 8. I actually really like this song. Like I remember, the album starts off with 72 Seasons, the title track, and then goes into this, and this was one of the first songs that I have not heard from it because it wasn't a single. And it surprised me. I really liked it. I love the intro, the way it comes in. It's just like a very, like a Black Album, but heavier type of song. And it's pretty memorable. Like, I don't know. I really like it. But as I've listened to this more and more, I like other songs a little bit more than this one. Okay, so number 7... Number 7, Crown of Barbed Wire. I like this one a lot for some reason. I don't even know why I do. I think it just kind of struck me as something a little bit different sounding on the album. While it's still kind of a slower song, I think it's I don't know, it's got kind of a dark vibe to it, and I like that. I mean, not dark in like a Black Sabbath type of vibe, just a dark song, and I kind of feel the it just has a vibe, I don't know, that I like about it. It's not really one of the most interesting or outrageously different songs, but it kind of sets itself apart for me. So yeah, that's number 7. So now we're on 6. Now we're on the first, okay, my first half of favorite songs now. So number 6. This is where it gets a little harder, I think. Maybe I'll do for 6 Screaming Suicide. I really like this song it's like very new wave of British heavy metal to me. And I really like that. I'm a huge fan of new wave of British heavy metal. I don't know. I just thought it was a fun song, and it's very something I could bang my head to. It's got some energy to it for like a more mid-paced song. So I don't know. I've got nothing against it. Number 5. This is getting a little hard. I'll say Lux Aeterna. I really like Lux Aeterna. It was the first song they dropped off of this, as a surprise. And I know a lot of people. I talked to a lot of people that didn't like it, and I kind of didn't agree with their viewpoint. If you don't understand Metallica's history, that they got their sound from new wave of British heavy metal, if you don't understand that and actually listen to a lot of new wave of British heavy metal, I mean, going beyond listening to like the Garage Days albums and go beyond that, like actually listen to these bands, the original recordings that these bands do. I love this stuff. I'm a huge collector of new wave of British heavy metal, and if you understand this song makes a lot more sense. Now, it's a little bit more on the faster side of most new wave of British heavy metal, but you can definitely hear in the riffing, the vocal melodies, the leads, this is pretty much giving a tribute to the bands that they liked when they got started. So I really like it. Number 4, let's see here. Oh boy. You have to go through these tracks, so there's so many on here. Number 4 would have to be. Okay, I'll put Too Far Gone as number 4. This is one track that really don't get talked about a lot, so I don't really know if other people like it that much or not, but I mean, this is like one track I've heard the least amount of talk about, period. And I think it's really good. It's kind of like a lot of the other ones that are on the album, but it's got some extra, it's pretty memorable. The chorus is memorable. And I mean, there's like some cool like guitar harmony stuff in this too that pulled me in. So I think the song's definitely above average on this album. I don't know. I just surprised that nobody else really talks about this one. So now we're on number 3. And another one that doesn't get a ton of talk. It usually gets a mention, and nobody ever trashes it or anything, but nobody really praises it that much. Room of Mirrors. This is a fun song for me. Like, I really like this. Like, it's one of the very few fast songs on the album. I mean, it's not super fast, but given that it's a thrashier song at the end of the album, it's kind of like, their Damage Inc., even though it's not the very, very last track, it's not nearly as in your face as Damage Inc. or anything like that. It's really not even that in your face. It's just kind of fast. It's got a lot of energy to it, but it's real melodic, but it's got that youthful energy that I really want. This album really kind of needed a few more songs like this, in my opinion. So I don't know. This one sticks out mainly for being one of the faster tracks, but not just because it's one of the faster tracks. I actually like this song. So I don't know. Hopefully, there'll be more people that give this song some praise in the future, but I'm definitely going to. Okay, now my second favorite. I think let's see here. Okay, I'll put my second favorite as 72 Seasons, the song. I thought this was the first song that they put out that was actually like on the thrashy side, which this album kind of lacks some of that, even though I think the album's good. This album kind of embodies everything that the album has, to offer, in like one song. So, you've got a big build. It kind of starts off with like a Motorhead type of bass thing with some chords, and then it just kind of explodes into some, speed metal that sounds kind of like Spit Out the Bone. It's with Hardwired, but in my opinion, this song's a bit more interesting than those two tracks. Then you got some like more chuggy, mid-pace, heavy guitar riffs. James Hetfield sounds amazing on this song. So, this song pretty much just summarizes what this album is. And it's one of the few songs where Kirk Hammett actually has a solo that has some melodies that you can actually remember. But okay, yeah, that's my second favorite. And my first. This one was not a single. This one kind of surprised me. And the first listen was one of the few tracks that you just kind of have a moment where you're like, whoa, like, what's this? When I got halfway through the song, Chasing Light. I like this song a lot. Like, this one, it's not really full on thrash, but it's kind of like, if I had to compare it to something, that the kind of feeling that it gives me is like, picture like a Testament album, like maybe like Practice What You Preach mixed with Souls of Black. It's kind of what I get from it, sort of. I don't know, it's not super in your face or anything, but it's headbangable for sure. It's got one of the most memorable choruses, if not the most memorable chorus. I don't know. It's just, I could see this being a fan favorite. So far, it already seems like it is. And I can see why. And I like it too. So yeah, there's my ranking of the 12 songs here. Again, I think the album's really good. I still need to check out the new Overkill. I've heard a couple tracks. It sounds good. Everybody's saying that it's better. I hope so. That it's as good as everybody says. I like the new Overkill stuff, but I feel like they're kind of turned into the AC/DC of thrash. So they don't really surprise me much anymore, but I do love Overkill. But I'm going to go check that out soon. And maybe next I'll do an actual review of the new Megadeth, since I have not done that. I'm just starting this again. And so that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing in the near future. So, all right, guys. I'll see you later.